boom. Y'all can see that. Okay. All right. Yo, peace 87, melanin, peace, sister. Uh-oh. I'm supposed to get rid of that. Uh-oh. Shit don't make no sense. Let me see. Here come the homies. All right, let me see. Let me do this one. So let me get rid of that. How do I get rid of this? Forgot how to get rid of this shit. 1 second, y'all. Okay, there we go. All right, man. There we go. Oh, then I gotta get rid of this shit too. Oh, it's just clear. Let me see. Clear. Okay. Clear. There. All right, cool. All right, so welcome. I want to say this, man. If you're watching this on a replay, it's very important that you look up into the corner and see the date, because a lot of people are leaving comments. All right, and when I'm not all the way live. All right, look at this right here. This right here was on the website. So I was on the websites. I was on like the website that published Dylan Roof's manifesto. I was there to see like other manifestos, right? And I was on there. I was on, like I said, these white supremacist sites. You know what I'm saying? And I found this book that they're trying to sell. It says the myth of an Andalusian paradise. Muslim, Christians, and Jews under Islamic rule in medieval Spain, right? And it says, $23 or whatever, okay. A myth? This shit is not a myth. What the you talking about? A myth? So it says the myth of Andalusian paradise, right? So let's see. All right. Let me see. Let me try to zoom in. Dang, it doesn't zoom in. Oh no, it's 33. I'm going the wrong way. This shit is so weak. Damn. How can I let you guys see this? Let's see. Let me think. Put a new tab. Let's try that. Okay, cool. Okay, boom. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. All right, I'm actually not even sure if you can see it all the way, but I'll just read, okay? So it says, praise for the myth of the Andalusian paradise, right? I'm just going to read. It says, the myth of the... So basically, let me just say this real quick. So we got enslaved, or where? Like the 1700s, right? You know what I'm saying? What's up, real lady? We got enslaved in the 1700s, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we came, so, you know what I mean? Africans were enslaved, you know what I mean? Primarily West Africans, and brought to the Americas in the 1600s, which is the 17th century, right? Going on to the 1700s, going to the 18th century. Okay. Now, so when you look at West Africa during that time period, you find that we are doing pretty well on that side of town. Okay. And so we ruled, or the Africans at that time ruled an area going back another 500 years, 600 years. Thank you, babe. Okay. And so we called the land Al-Andalusia, right? Which is Arabic, and which is now which they call the Iberian Peninsula, Al-Andalusia. Okay. Now, Al-Andalusia is modern day. It's modern day Portugal. It's modern day Spain. This is where the Alhambra is, things of that nature. Okay. Now, if you look at this picture here, you see so-called black people, right? You see, because we were the Muslims, right? So this Muslims, Christians, and Jews, basically saying whites, blacks, and Mediterranean people. And you see down below, you see the blacks, you see so-called black people down there too. Al-Andalusia was a fantastic center of learning. There's hardly any places in the world that was like it. Okay, from all of the grandeur and all of the sophistication, and people from all over the world came here to learn. This is one of the reasons why we know it's not a myth. So any which way, so this guy right here, his name is Dario Fernandez. Look at his last name. Mora. Look at his last name. This nigga's last name is Mora. You know what I'm saying? He got a Moorish and Egyptian last name. This nigga's last name is Mora. Anyway, so he's saying this. He goes, the myth, let me just read it from my phone. The myth saying, what he's saying is, this shit didn't exist. Now he's trying to say it didn't exist. So I'm telling you guys, the heart, if you want to deconstruct white supremacy, you'll say, what about the Moors? What about the Moorish Empire? What's going on with that, beloved? All right. So I'm going to read some of the things that was said on there. All right. Okay. I don't want to read that. Damn. I just want to read the back. It's hard for me to read the back, man. Shoot. Well, let me just try anyway. Okay, the myth of the Andalusian paradise prompts readers to rethink their traditional notion of Islamic Spain. The author shows that it was not a harmonious locus of tolerance. Paying special attention to primary sources documents, Islamic Spain was in fact dominated by cultural repression and marginalization. Oh, okay. So basically, like, now, because we ruled it during that period of time, because you understand, when we ran that shit, we was very tolerant of all the Abrahamic faiths. Whatever faith you was good. We wasn't pressing you. But now all of a sudden, like, he's going back in time talking about this shit is a myth. Oh, it wasn't all that good. He sound like a hater. Oh, it wasn't all that good. It wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? I could not put the book down, The Myth of the Andalusian. But anyway, there was points where they had quotes from Barack Obama and stuff, where Barack Obama was talking about how Andalusia was great and how Muslims helped create the foundation of America, basically talking about our people. Anyway, so that's just beside the point. I just seen this book there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just basically people will write anything, right? It's just basically a conspiracy theory. Anyway, that's beside the point, guys. So I just saw that. Okay, look inside. Oh, here it is. Muslim rulers of the past were far more tolerant of people of other faiths than the Christian ones. For example, Al-Andalus, multicultural, multi-religious states ruled by Muslims gave way to a Christian regime that was grossly intolerant. Okay? President Barack Obama, Islam has a proud tradition of tolerance. We see it in the history of Andalusia. Now remember, modern day Islam is not this. You know what I'm saying? Like the pale skinned Arabs version of Islam is not tolerant. He's actually very intolerant, right? The new Islamic polity in Spain not only allowed Jews and Christians to survive, but following Quranic man-state, by and large, protected them. That was from Yale University. So what they're saying is scholars, journalists, and politicians uphold a Muslim-ruled medieval Spain, Al-Andalusia, as a multicultural paradise where Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived in harmony. There's one problem with this widely accepted account. It's a myth. Bullshit. In this groundbreaking book, Northwestern University scholar Dario Fernandez. That's it. Me and Sharif was trying to find somebody to debate, and I think we just found someone. Dario Mora. Yeah, I think we just found someone, man. In this groundbreaking book, Dario Fernandez tells a full story of Islamic Spain. He shines light on hidden features of this medieval culture by drawing an abundance of primary sources. Okay, anyway, so that's beside the point. So anyway, that's there. All right. So anyway, shout out to everybody that's here on YouTube. Let's get into it, man. Yo, who's that guy? Who is that guy? You know what I'm saying? Is that a devil or, you know what I mean? Yo, Yo, what's up? What's up, 13 Pisces? I'm doing so much I can't even tell like who's there for real, for real. Let me see. All right, here we go. Let's get to it. All right. Yeah, that is a crime, huh? That is a crime. Burning the flag is a crime. That's right. Yo, man. Yo, man. I'm proud to be an American, man. So, you know what I mean? No, you can lock this boy up. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. All right, okay. So what is the latest? Anybody know the latest that's going on in the school shooting in Michigan? Like, what's the latest going on, man? If somebody knows what's going on, feel free to call in. It's just us tonight, man. I see it's about like 30 of us, and I recognize everybody. So it's just us. We ain't got no trolls, no outside people. You feel me? You feel me? Let's see. Y'all know the number, so I don't even have to post it. I think all y'all know the number. Let's see. On the run, they're gonna be charged. Parents are on the run. Yo, hey, I'm saying though, like, bro, if your son, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not even gonna say it like that. But how can these parents just leave their son stranded like that? Like, that's crazy. Let's see what we got, man. I got some, let's see. All right, we have. All right, let's see. Actually, I don't have anything. I don't have anything on these guys. I thought I had some news articles. So from what I heard, let me just read from the news, man. I'm sorry, I don't have this prepared, man. What should I put? Michigan school shooting. All right, here we go. Let's find something, man. I want to get some new news. All right. Bullied suspect. So he was bullied. Okay, bullied. Suspect Ethan Crumley, 15, alleged used dad's pistol in school shooting. All right. So, yo, first things first. Have we ever heard like has there been like black school shootings? Niggas that shoot ops for sure. Yeah, niggas that shoot ops for sure. But has there been like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say like, oh, we're better because we don't. I just want to know, like, has there been any like so-called like black school shootings? He was bullied. Yo, I thought I saw somewhere where he said like he hates life. It's like, damn. Dude, man, I'm so confused, guys. I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know, man. I'm all over the place right now, man. I'm sorry, dude. There's no flow to this. Hold on, man. I need some fucking help. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. This is a picture? Get out of here. What's this? This is it right here? Damn. Oh, man, this shit is sad, man. Yo, we got too many school shootings in America, dog. We got way too many school shootings, man. Black people usually aim for the target, not random people at schools, right? Black school shootings aren't random. It's more ops. Yeah, that's right. Young kids and shit, huh? Wow, look at this, man. This is, that shit is just like, man, killing innocent people? That shit is fucking weak as fuck, y'all. But think about this. What's going on in his household? Hold on, let me bring my picture up a little bit. What's going on in his household? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, to the point where you say you hate life? All right. I think so. What was the story? The story was the parents notified. Hey, babe, can you find that? It was something where they notified the parents of what, like, some of the stuff he was doing. Normally I'm unprepared, man, but fuck it. The Michigan high school suspect is bullied. 15. You see, already bullied. They're already saying like Not abuse. Abuse. Okay. Yeah, brother. All right, let's do that. Thank you, man. I definitely need some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over the place right now, man. Yo, it's happening again when you call, brother. That shit is weird. Now faces multiple. Yo, what's good, brother?
Man, I'm on my way to my girl house.
Oh, that's right.
Quick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. So basically, so far, like this is kind of like what's going on with it. Originally he was going through some things, and the teacher. So he had drew a picture of a gun and a bullet, and he put words between that like blood everywhere and a smiling emoji. So the teacher ended up seeing that and reported it. That's when the meeting with the parents and the school counselors went down. That's when that meeting went down. They also thought right. And so also I think before that, he was looking for bullets on his phone, and the teacher saw him looking for ammunition for the new gun that the parents just bought him for his birthday. So the teacher reported that as well, which caused, everything to pretty much take place. So amongst that, right? So when they caught him with the phone looking for ammunition, they sent the mom. They called the mom and left her voicemail. She never returned their call for one. So they sent her email. She never emailed them back. Right.
Oh wow.
So yeah. So they end up finding out that the mom ended up texting the son and saying, "I'm not I'm not mad at you. You just have to learn how not to get caught." That's what the mom said to the son. "I'm not mad at you. You just have to learn how not to get caught." So it wasn't abuse. This wasn't a child that was getting abused by his parents. He was a child whose parents, honestly, probably was in Twilight Zone, right? They might be Trump supporters. They're mindless. Yeah, without a doubt. So they just mindless, bro. They're not taking this shit serious. And now all of this transpired, bro. And he had wrote, like, he was very depressed, though. You could tell he was going through some things because he was like, I don't have a purpose here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Damn. He was definitely a kid crying out for help. Without a doubt, bro. He truly needed help. And that's not to take pity on him, because at the end of the day, you did take innocent lives and you hurt others. And you probably now,
And at the end of the day, you're still 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
You're still 15 years old. At the end of the day, right? You're still a kid, bro. At 15, you're still a kid. You know what I mean? I don't consider you to be like, I don't know. I think like 18 and up, bro. At 15, you definitely know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? However, I will say this, though, only because, I have a mom who, my mom suffered from schizophrenia at 18. You know what I mean? Luckily, it wasn't the violent kind, but I know a little bit about the mind, right? And mental illness in itself. So when you're being bullied like that, bro, you do have a mental illness about you. Now, either his parents were out of tune with their son and they didn't have a relationship. Like you and your son have a great relationship. Like you could tell that, right? They didn't have that bond with their son to tell that something was going on, or they simply did not care, bro. One of the two happened. Like, I think they were out of tune with their child, because when you're in tune with your child, you can tell. Put it like this: if your son tries to hide something from you, right?
I can tell. I can tell all the way.
Can you tell?
Yeah,
totally.
Because
you have a relationship with your son. You feel me? So I don't think that relationship with their son was right there, which is because if it was right there, bro, you wouldn't have got that kid no gun.
Oh man!
And knowing that he was going through some things, and then maybe y'all didn't care. Maybe y'all did know, y'all really didn't care, bro.
Right.
That part, you know what I'm saying? But so no, go after the parents. Now, I'm not saying that every time it's a gun incident you have to go after the parents. But I could truly have my gun. I could have a lock and everything. But bro, kids are kids. They smart as hell. Like when kids want to get into something, they will find a way. But in this case, y'all actually bought the firearm for your child.
That's crazy. You bought on some Black Friday shit. For a 15-year-old. Yeah. On some Black Friday shit.
So this ain't no case of I'm locking my gun up and my child gets to it and they go shoot up their whole school. No, you provided the tool that he wasn't supposed to even have in the first place, which allowed him to commit this murder. At some point, we do have to hold these parents accountable, bro.
That's right.
We have to hold them accountable. What I'm pissed off about, though, is y'all charging him with terrorism for killing those 3 kids, and yet y'all letting these Trump people get away and not calling it white terrorism. Like, come on, man. Let's stop playing these games, man.
Yeah, so she, so the mom did write. I mean, I'm trying to find it. I had it, but now I can't find it. But the mom wrote a message, excuse me, an open letter to Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know where it is. I just had that mug, man. But yeah. But hey, keep going for a second, man. Keep going for a second, man. I'm trying to find this shit.
Yeah, man. So it's just crazy, bro, because like all the signs were there, and I mean, I watched a couple of video clips or whatnot, and just seeing like it was one of the kids, man, he was in the school, and while he was doing a live interview, he had found out that one of his homies had got shot. And, of course, he started breaking down. Then he found out another kid actually died, and he broke down. And I think the part that almost got me, you know what I mean? Like, I might have been cutting some onions up, but there really wasn't no onions around me. Was when the father, when he said, yeah, they asked him, why did you call your father? And he said, because, man, my father is my hero. Oh. And his dad was like, and his dad just broke at that point. And his dad started to cry too. And it was like, you good? He was like, man, you want to protect your kids, but you can't. Damn. And then his mother said something important. She said, I'm lucky, man, because when I cut the lights off, I know my son is in that room. There's some parents going home tonight, they cut the lights off, they child not in that room. Damn. And I'm like, bro, that's just crazy, bro. But once again, though, you think anybody talk about gun control right now?
That's what we got to be talking about, dude.
But we not, bro, because it's becoming a norm now.
Yeah, man, right?
Do you remember the first school shooting? Like, do you remember like the really bad
Was that was Sandy Hook?
The two dudes who wore the trench coat.
Oh yeah.
That was a major one, bro. But it's like after that, everything became normalized. We had Columbine. I mean, Columbine, bro, I really thought, like, oh, yeah, gun control, they about to stop this shit. Because now they own it on national media in front of the world, bro. Like, you got to think about it. The world gets to say that, yo, we don't have the problem that y'all have in America.
I know, right?
Think about that.
Actually, I had a graphic that showed how much gun violence we're dealing with here in America compared to other places, man.
So I'm sure it's a lot, dog. And then we look at I was watching a video, bro, of just seeing these young teenagers in survival mode running out the window. Oh, and he was acting like an officer, bro. So the shooter, he was saying, yo, this is sheriff, man, open up. Yeah. And still, all schools have a code word that police have to say in order to let them know it's safe. And he didn't say that code word. And they was like, man, I don't think you. And one of the kids was like, bro, I don't think. They said, I don't think. He said, He said, bro, and which gave it away. Yeah, he said, bro.
Yeah, he said, bro.
They knew, like, nah, he's trying to get up in here, man.
Yo, that's wild that they have those things, man. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm looking for the letter she wrote to Trump. I swear to God, I had it and now I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here it is. Okay. Still, fuck, man. Man, yo, man, thank you for tapping in before you know what I'm saying, going to your girl's crib. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Enjoying this beautiful night.
I'm gonna put the phone in my pocket. I got my AirPod in, so I'm gonna still be tuned in on the low. So if I get in trouble, it's your fault. I did it for the bro.
She's gonna be like, "Did you hear me?" And you're gonna be like, "Yeah, babe. I was Donald Trump and Dylan Roof and
Exactly. Like I'm about to start talking to her about the school shoot just to play it off.
All right, man. I'm gonna get to this manifesto, man. All right, cool. Okay. All right, yeah. So, all right, man. Fuck it, man. Like, I don't know, man. I can't find it. I had it. I can't find it. Fuck it, dog. Yo, this shit right here, man. Y'all ready? Let's take a dive, man. So, the first thing I want to do is I want to read the manifesto for the New Zealand shooter. I wrote Dylan Roof so you guys can come over here because y'all know Dylan Roof or whatever, y'all know that name. But there is the New Zealand shooter. We don't even know his name, obviously, because he's not here in America. But the New Zealand shooter, he wrote like when I say fantastic, I don't necessarily mean like in terms of agreeing with his points. I don't mean that. I mean, he wrote a fantastic sort of piece or manifesto because what it does is it described how, his motives to a T. And it gave historical context and everything, okay? And so I thought it was really, really fascinating, and I thought it was stuff for us to learn, okay? And I'm gonna find it right here. Here it is. So his name is Brenton Tarrant. Okay. And also what it does is it gives you the understanding that that so-called white people, or like, you know what I mean, so-called white people, it's not just in America, right? Because a lot of times we feel like, oh man, the white supremacists in America, da 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 da. But we're finding out quickly that this white supremacist is a global sort of phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? And we're having school shootings. We're having school shootings all the way in New Zealand, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's do this. Let's flip it over. There we go. Let's get to reading. All right, man, this thing is fascinating, man. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause at times to give historical context, okay? All right, so let's see. Okay, here it is. I got the PDF. He did a whole PDF because, now Dylan, it was, look at this. Look, he got the title. Look, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so first things first, we have the Great Replacement. Now, the Great Replacement is a theory that the Great Replacement is a theory that is at the heart of white supremacy. Okay, the Great Replacement is saying that they feel like they're gonna essentially be replaced. So they feel disposable, right? They feel like they're going to be left over. Look, 74 pages. I don't know if you can see this. This shit is 74 pages, man. This guy's not playing. This nigga could have sold this shit, man. Look, it tells you right here, towards a new society. See, the low-key got the swastika sort of, you know what I'm saying, which is an endearing symbol of the sun turning in a circle. Anti-imperialism, environmentalism, responsible markets, addiction-free community, law and order, ethnic autonomy, protection, heritage and culture, and workers' rights. That sounds good to me. We march ever forward. All right. So there's a poem. We don't deal with the poems. Fuck the poems. Introduction. Look at this. Look at this. We can stop right there. What does he say? Whoops, the wrong way. Damn it. This thing's so sensitive. It's the birth rates. Look at that. It's the birth rates. Look. So, what does that mean to you guys? He's starting this shit out. Okay, so let me explain. This is the New Zealand shooter. This is the shooter who went to a mosque, and I believe in New Zealand, and shot up mad people. Maybe, matter of fact, should we watch some of that stuff first before we get cracking, or nah? Do y'all need to be reminded, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, cool. That nigga got sentenced to life, dog. All right, here we go. The nigga was a police officer, it looked like. It's about like 2 years ago.
So far, one person, a male in his late 20s, has been charged with murder.
Police confirm the gunman was live streaming the killings at one mosque on social media. We'll talk about that more in a moment. 2 other people are being held, but it is unclear to this hour whether they too are involved. Police say none of the people in custody are in any kind of extremist watch list.
We had no agency had any information about these people. And I can also tell you that I've been in contact with my Australian colleagues. They have no information on them at all either.
New Zealand police are not identifying the murder suspect for legal reasons. He hasn't yet appeared in court yet. That will come tomorrow morning, local time, when he is to be formally charged with murder. But in an online post, the gunman calls himself Brenton Tarrant and says he is a 28-year-old citizen of Australia. Australian police and Australian media identifying him as well. Under his name online is a racist manifesto claiming that white Christians are under threat from other religions and races. He also cites mass shooters like Norwegian terrorist Anders Breivik and Canadian Alexandre Bissonnette, the Quebec City mosque attacker, now serving 40 years in jail for his actions 2 years ago. As we have been reporting, one of the most disturbing aspects to this attack is the fact that video exists of it, that the gunman stormed in wearing a helmet with a camera on it, and it was live streamed on social media. Much of the video unspeakably horrifying, images that instill terror, fear, and outrage, but also offer insight that we at CBC News feel is important context to our coverage this morning. The video also shows the gunman in his vehicle before the attack. So what you're about to see is a screenshot from part of the recording. Take a look. The first time we are showing
he
you
live
this,
streamed it. Isn't that crazy? He live streamed that shit.
As we have been reporting, the gunman calls himself Brenton Tarrant in his online post, 28 years old, and he calls himself an Australian citizen. The video, John Northcott, let's pick that up. The 17 minutes of it, much of it aired by broadcasters, notably in Australia, even though police and various authorities had urged platforms and media outlets not to do so. Take a look at this further into that, John, for us this morning, if you would.
Well, Heather, that, as you said, was live streamed, and that video was the final transmission, if you will, from this individual who, in the time leading up, in the planning of this, posted a number of elements online, elements that are now being reacted to and around the world as they are discovered, although having been taken down in some cases from social media. We can show you this photograph put out. This looks like it's on a piece of carpet there in the background. These are the magazines from an automatic rifle. The automatic, these are what you'd call a...
All right, any which way. So he went to a mosque, man. I was hoping there would be more information on that.
Deliver a high rate of fire, and both of them all of them extremely deadly. Listed on that, sort of painted on in white paint, are a number of names and comments. These are individuals who have committed.
So obviously he was influenced.
We begin this program in New Zealand, where 40 people have been confirmed killed and more than 20 wounded after shootings at 2 mosques in the city of Christchurch, that's on the country's South Island. The first attack happened at the Al Noor Mosque, the second at the Linwood Mosque. Eyewitnesses describe people fleeing in terror during Friday prayers. 3 men and a woman have been apprehended.
Europeans have done that for a long time, going to our mosque on Fridays.
Improvised explosive devices found after the attacks. Authorities have warned people to avoid mosques across the country and for those mosques to keep their doors closed.
A religious war in modern days?
One of New Zealand's darkest days. This is what she had to say at a press conference just moments ago.
It is clear that this can now only be described
that's enough.
as a terrorist attack. From what we know, it does appear to have been well planned. 2 explosive devices.
All right, I'll let that play in the back. All right, any which way, man. So, all right, so that's that guy, okay? So these are his words, reportedly. You know what I'm saying? So the guy, he's arrested. He's gonna spend life in jail, okay? So he got his gun and he went to a mosque and he shot the Muslims there, okay? So we understand that. Boom. All right, let's get to it. So he goes, it's the birth rates. It's the birth rates. It's the birth rates. I mean, like I said, we can almost stop right there. All right, what is he talking about, guys? You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? It's the birth rates of what? Of who? Talk to me, y'all. What's going on? The birth rates of what? What's he talking about? This nigga talking about? You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? It's the birth rates of what? If Damn, this thing moves kind of fast. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it says whites becoming a minority. Yes. White people reproducing less. Yes. It has them scared. It has them picking up guns. This is the heart of white supremacy, insecurity. You see? Yo, think about that, man. Yo, having foe at in North Hollywood. Shout out to you, man. All right. If there's one thing I want you to remember from these writings is that the birth rates must change. Even if we are to deport all non-Europeans, okay, from our lands tomorrow, the European people would still be spiraling into decay and eventual death. Okay, now let's first understand that he goes from our lands. My nigga, what the nigga? I'll tell you right now, Australia is not your lands. You feel me? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, beloved, but Australia is not your lands. Okay? Australia is y'all ever seen the Aborigines? The Aborigines is dark people, okay? Now, America ain't your lands, okay? America's not your lands neither. I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm just trying to be historical here because you're talking about our lands. So he goes, even if we kicked all the, you know what I'm saying? Every day we become fewer in number. We grow older. We grow weaker. Wow. So white, well, I'm telling you, white supremacy at the heart of it is inferiority. Every day we become fewer in number. In the end, we must return to replacement fertility levels or it will kill us. Okay, so replacement fertility levels is you must have 2 children. Australians don't even have their guns anymore, maybe shotguns. That's a comment from Jav. Okay, so guys, remember, you have to have 2 children just to stay at to be at a level 0 what's it called birth rate, right? Like, because let's say you and your wife come together and only have 1 child, well then you just drop the birth rate by 50% because 2 people just turn to 1 person. So and that's what's happening with a lot of Europeans. 2 of them are having 1 child. And so that is creating a negative birth rate. Now, if mom and dad have 2 children, they keep the birth rate still at 0. You're not adding to the birth rate until you have 3 children. Y'all understand? Every day we become fewer in number. We grow older. So fear. We grow weaker. I want y'all to think about this for a second. What does Fox News, what do they sell? They sell fear. You're being taken over. They're coming for you. Right? The immigrants, watch out for the border. This is the reason why Fox News is radicalizing all of these Europeans, man. Every day we become fewer in number, we grow older, we grow weaker. In the end, we must replace a replacement fertility levels, or it will kill us. To maintain a population, the people must achieve a birth rate that reaches replacement fertility. In the rest of the world, that's roughly 2.06 births per woman. Yeah, you got to have a little more than 2 because some people die before they're 16, right? And so then he has a link. There is not a single Western country, not a single white nation that reaches these levels. Let's find out what he's talking about. I told y'all this was going to be fucking crazy. Let's find out what he's talking about. Okay. List of sovereign states. Okay, all right, that's not what I was looking for. Oh, they want me to pay. Not right now. I'm sorry. How do I get out of this? Here, boom. Sorry. It doesn't have what I'm looking for. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Wait a minute. Where am I at? Uh-oh. Oh, my fault. I'm right here. All right, not Europe. He goes, there's not a single Western country, not a single white nation that reaches these levels. Okay, well, first we know that America is not a white nation, right? Like based on the numbers, based on the last census, like it's not even a white nation no more. Not in Europe, not in the Americas, Australia, or New Zealand. White people are failing to reproduce, failing to create families, failing to have children. But despite the sub-replacement fertility rate, the population in the West is increasing and rapidly. How is this possible? Mass immigration and higher fertility rates of the so-called immigrants are causing the increase in population. We are experiencing an invasion, Fox News word, on a level never seen before in history. Millions of people pouring across our borders legally, invited by the state and corporate entities to replace the white people who have failed to reproduce, failed to create the cheap labor, new consumers, a tax base that corporations and states need to thrive. This is written beautifully. This is actually beautiful. And, you know what I'm saying? In terms of articulating, you know what I'm saying, with coherent, you know what I'm saying, messaging, you know what I mean, devoid of emotion. Well, okay, now, let's break this down for a second. All right, first of all, excuse me. First of all, he's somewhat right. And interracial, that's a good point, Jav. That's a great point. Us essentially taking the white woman from her man that's a big one. Like that's a big one. You know what I'm saying? And then so anyway, first of me, okay, let's think about this for a second. There was a time period in America where we in America produced a lot of products. We produced cars. We produce, you know what I'm saying, a lot of stuff. And then a lot of those companies moved to China. So on a specific level, he's actually right. Oh, steel, that's right. Coal, steel, copper, you know. There was a lot that we produced, right? But now, because basically China is the manufacturer for the world, right? But those were jobs that American people had, our people included. And so when you go to middle America, what you're seeing is the decay of old corporations, right? You're seeing old factories that used to thrive and produce a middle class, right? You see old factories that got cobwebs. You know what I mean? Like industry that, I went to Detroit. Dog, I saw weeds and grass in the street. You know what I mean? Like I saw building after building after building just sitting there for decay. I saw a factory that was like, you know what I'm saying, one of the biggest producers, you know what I mean, for African Americans that we had. And it was just there, nigga, it was, you could tell people been sleeping in there. I got pictures, I'll show y'all. Anyway, so he's saying mass immigration is the problem. I wonder if he's ever going to talk about the actual genetic recessive trait. Like, I wonder if he's going to talk about that. See, how can you be supreme if you're weaker? Right? Dude, I want to, man, I got some pictures, man. Let's see. Google Photos, all you got to do is just like, you know what I mean? You can search the photos like it's like real Google. Let me see, Google Photos. I'm just put Detroit. Okay. Yeah, here goes some pictures when I was in Detroit. Excuse me. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna blast these, man. And then you will see, all right. So that's some more Science Temple. Muhammad Mosque. Let me back out. I don't know what y'all niggas gonna see next. All right. Well, look, we start seeing decay. Okay, you're gonna start. Oh, you can't see that well. All right, you're gonna start seeing decay though, man. Like, shout out to Detroit though. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of it is like, whoa, where is everybody? Like, look at this. Like, look at these buildings, man. Look at these buildings, man. This is a video right here. Like, it's just nobody. Like, nobody lives there. You know what I'm saying? And imagine a whole city like that. Imagine a whole city for sale. Public, it's like all that. It's just for sale, my nigga. You have an American city for sale. Like, if anybody has any money, like, Detroit might be a good place to invest. Because eventually America's gonna bounce back, right? Look at all of that shit. It's all just like for sale, my nigga. Detroit, the whole fucking city is for sale. Here's some buildings, man. Look at this building right here. Look at this shit, man. I don't know if I can't zoom in, but it's just empty, dog. Just empty. Just look at this. Done. Empty, dog. That's probably what, like, nigga, like 100 units gone, empty. Nothing there. The reason why, look, all for sale. The reason why industry left these places. Industry left these places, man. So I say that a lot of Europeans, you know what I'm saying, a lot of so-called white people, they have the middle America is no more, dog. Like America, they have treated these people absolutely terrible, dog. Let's just be for real, dog. Like, come on, you got to invest in your country. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys, you know what I'm saying? Just look at that, just empty. All that shit is empty, man. Maybe one or two places. Beautiful homes. Beautiful homes. Just look, all that boarded up, dog. It's all for sale. It is all for sale, man. All right, let's get back to the PDF, man. All right, so this is really fascinating stuff. Okay. All right. So we're going, for those that just walked in here, we're going over the manifesto for the New Zealand shooter. All right, here we go. The crisis of mass immigration and sub-replacement fertility is an assault on the European people. If not combated, will ultimately result in the complete racial and cultural replacement of the European people. The level of poverty is unreal. It is, brother. Look at that. Look, he's basically saying we're fighting to survive. Right? You know what I'm saying? To see this in full effect, you only have to look at the population statistics in Western for the year 2100. Ooh, you see, like, this is really good writing, man. If this guy, he shouldn't have killed himself. He should have just kept producing content, and right, and we can, you know what I'm saying? We can have good debates and stuff. Like, he's better off being alive. He could push his, you know what I'm saying? This is written very well. All right, he said, look at the population statistics in the Western You see, the news won't tell you. The news won't say, like, yo, they'll be like, it's full of racist stuff. Like, they'll be like, man, this shit is filled with a lot of good points, nigga. All right, so he goes, list of countries, future populations, United Nations medium fertility variant. Okay, let's find out what he's talking about. Leave this site. No. I don't want to leave the site. Actually, I'll leave the site. I'll come right back. Okay, boom. List of countries by future population. Yo, what's up with this shit? Why can't I see nothing, man? Does not have the article within the exact name. Please search the list of countries. Dude, I don't know what's going on. Whatever his links, nigga, ain't working. Whatever this nigga's links. Anyway, let's get back to that. All right, so far his manifesto is on point and well written, says Pittsburgh Ken. In the year this is I did a show in season 1 a long time ago where I talked about the future that me and Craig did it. And it was about the 10 cities that were going to have the biggest populations in the next like 30, 40 years. And all of them were like Asia, or so-called, when I say Asiatic, like these are like non-whites. They're all Asiatic places, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in the Middle East. So basically, you know, that's the new middle class, right? That's the new, what they call those? They call those burgeoning markets or something. No, emerging markets. That's where like Samsung and all these people want to go promote because they want to be, you know. Anyway, in the year 2100, despite the ongoing effect of sub-replacement fertility, the population figures show that the population does not decrease in line with fertility levels, but actually maintains and in many white nations rapidly increases. Why? All through immigration. This is ethnic replacement. This is cultural replacement. This is racial replacement. Okay, so he feels that diversity is a threat to the European existence. It's clear, right? We don't feel that way. Like we complain. Let's be honest. Our parents, we complain that the Mexicans are taking our jobs. He says, this is white genocide. To return to fertility levels is a priority number one. But it is no simple task. There is a myriad of reasons behind the decline in fertility rates and the destruction of the traditional family unit. So we all, you know, like black people, we all feel like our family unit is under attack. You know what the crazy part about it is? In terms of our people, our family unit is under attack. like that's actual a thing. That's a thing. We must inevitably correct the disaster of hedonistic, nihilistic individualism. Those are all European traits, though. But we will take some time we do not have due to the crisis of mass immigration. Wow. Due to the mass immigration, we lack time scale required to enact civilization paradigm shift we need to undertake to return to health and prosperity. Basically, he sounds like a European scientist. He sounds like a European psychologist in maybe the 1700s that's helped creating white supremacy that is enacted in laws, in racist laws that we see. Like this is very on point to like mainstream racism. So he's talking about mass immigration. He thinks the problem is mass immigration. So he's basically saying when Africans come over here, they're like, you know what I mean? It's a threat to him. All right, mass immigration will defranchise us. Damn, this thing moves so fast. Subvert our nations, destroy our communities, destroy our ethnic binds, destroy our culture, destroy our people. Now, let's be honest. The only way it could is the only way it can destroy your community is if your community is weak. The only way it can destroy your ethnic binds is if your ethnic binds are weak. The only way it can destroy your culture is if your culture is weak. It will only destroy your people if they are weak. I thought you were supreme. I thought you were supreme, dog. Oh, so that's cap. I thought, oh, okay. So you have to create artificial sort of things to keep another race from dominating you. Long before low fertility levels ever could. Thus, before we deal with the fertility, we must deal with both invaders within our lands and invaders that seek to enter our lands. First of all, dog, what lands are you talking about? Okay? Listen, America ain't your lands. You know what I'm saying? Australia ain't your lands. I give it, okay, Sweden, Norway, you can have all that. You know what I'm saying? You can have all that. That's right. He says they stole stuff and they act like they own it. All right. He goes, we must crush immigration and deport those invaders that are living on our soil. I want everybody to listen to me right now. Listen to me. When you hear politicians, especially European, so-called white politicians and news people, when they're talking about immigration, now you have a better feel. You have a better understanding on what they mean about immigration. Okay? You see because we look at it like, oh yeah, immigration. Yeah, well, you know, nationality and, you know, nah, they don't look at it like that. You think about it like Fox News, man. Remember they had the invade. Okay, it was the midterms, And the Republicans was like, yo, we're going to lose. They end up losing the midterms, but they were like, we're going to lose the midterms. We got to turn up. Did you hear about Prince Harry saying Africa is having too many kids? No, if you could send that to me. You know what I'm saying? And so what did they do? They said that there was an invasion. They said it was what are those things called? Like a convoy of like immigrants coming to the border. What was that shit called? It was I forget what it is, but I forget what it's called. One of y'all know, but they do it every when it's time for election, and then Fox News is right there. Okay, so now you guys are getting a better understanding. You guys are getting a better feel when they say immigration, right? Or when they say, let me see, what am I doing here? Anyway, something I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, I want to switch this up. Hold on 1 second. I want to switch this up. All right, here we go. Oh, whoops. And boom. Shout out to Harry, man. Thank you, Harry, for coming and stopping by. All right, so we're reading the manifesto for this New Zealand shooter, okay? And, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we must crush immigration and deport those invaders already living on our soil. So think about, Donald Trump, right? What was his calling card when he was running the election? He said, the wall, build that wall, right? So what is that saying, right? That is, see, I don't know about where you guys is from, but how you know white people moving into your neighborhood is because they put up fences like on the, you know what I'm saying? Like send it to the number, send it to this number here. I don't know about where you guys is from, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, wall. What's the purpose of a wall, right? To keep invaders out, right? And those white people love that mantra. Build the wall. I'm gonna let Mexico pay for it. That was white supremacy porn. I bet you people started ejaculating. Oh shit. Oh my God, a wall. Mexico's gonna pay for it. Oh my God. They're all over. I gotta clean myself. You have a towel? All right, here it goes. Answer possible questions in general. Who are you? Just an ordinary so-called white man, 28 years old, born in Australia. You know what he really should have done besides picking up guns and shooting? He probably should have started impregnating chicks. That's what he probably should have started doing. Do his part, right? You know what I'm saying? Make love, not war, nigga. Just an ordinary white man, 28 years old, born in Australia to a working class, low-income family. We are of Scottish, Irish, and English stock. Interesting. I don't know much about the Scottish, but I know the Irish are, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the nigga class of Europeans, okay? The Irish, that's the, you know what I mean? The niggas of Europeans, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, I had a regular childhood without any great issues. I had little interest in education during my schooling, barely achieving passing grade. No university. I worked for a short time, big connect, investment to travel. More recently, working part-time, as a kebab removalist. I'm just a regular so-called white man who decided to take a stand to ensure a future for my people. Why did you carry out the attack? You see, it's well written. To most of all, show the invaders that our lands will never be their lands. Yo, he has a false understanding of what European lands are. My nigga, you're European. That is to tell you that your land is in Europe, dog. Our homelands are our own, and that as long as a white man still lives, they will never conquer our lands. They will never replace our people. But you were told me that we are, though. Like the nigga, you just explained how you are being replaced, how you are being conquered. To take revenge on the invaders for hundreds of thousands of deaths caused by foreign invaders in European lands throughout history. Uh-oh, he's getting historical now. To take revenge for the enslavement of millions of Europeans taken from their lands by the Islamic slavers, nigga. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. He knows his history. He knows his history. You see, in America, man, our history, our school system sucks in America, man. All right, so let me give you guys some understanding of it. He said to take revenge for the thousands of European lives, for the millions of Europeans taken from their lands by Islamic trade. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the Europeans and the Christians that were enslaved by us and the Muslims, we captured them on sea. Honestly, like, it's not like we went in. I mean, there's some stories of us going into Europe, but for the most part, nah. A lot of them was just like prisoners of war. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got conquered in Morocco and then sold into slavery. Or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was on sea, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all came for beef and we, you know what I'm saying, was cracking and we got you and then we sold you off. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a system, well, that is true. We did have a systematic way of taking we enslaved a lot of white women. It was really like taking the white women and selling them to, I guess that is slavery, but it was more so like what is it when Russia, what is that shit called? A prostitution ring or something like that. But anyway, to take revenge for the enslavement of millions of Europeans taken from their lands by Islamic slavers. That's fascinating, dude. To take revenge for the thousands of European lives lost to terror attacks. Wow. To take revenge for Iba Ackerlund. What the fuck is that? The fuck is that? Excuse my language. Who is Iba Ackerlund? The hell is that? Oh, it's always about saving a little white girl, huh? At the end of the day, like, that's what it's all about, right? That's what all these movies are. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a Superman and shit. Like, you gotta save the little European girl, you know what I mean? Who killed Iba Ackerlund? It says Uzbekian migrant named Razmak Azalov drove a hijacked truck. That sounds like an Eastern European. A pedestrian Queen Street in Stockholm, killing 5 and seriously injured 14 others in a terrorist attack. He zigzagged, drove, and hit children. He murdered 4 white adults and an 11-year-old named Iba Ackerlund, who was walking home from school. Yo, but listen, man, like, you know, rest in peace to Iba Ackerlund, but yo, killing other innocent people doesn't revenge anything, man. Like, come on, man. That is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Here it is. Here's this purpose right here. To directly reduce immigration rates to European lands by intimidating and physically removing. You know what I was thinking? I wonder if I can get in contact with this guy. You know what I mean? I wonder if, like, he's allowed to be interviewed. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't that be fascinating? You know what I'm saying? Like, have a conversation with this man. To agitate the political enemies of my people into action, to cause them to overextend their own hand and experience the eventual and inevitable backlash as a result. Oh my God. Whoa. He's basically said, I want y'all niggas to, like, you know what I mean? Like it's bait. Basically, he said, I'm bait. I'm laying the bait. I want y'all to come for me, and then when y'all come for me, then we're gonna be an onslaught on you niggas. That's basically what he's saying. Wow, man. So war tactics to incite violence. Remember, all European countries don't allow mass immigration, says Sterling. To incite violence, retaliation, and further divide between the European people and the invaders currently occupying European soil. My nigga, have you lost your mind? Australia is not European soil. I can't get past that. America is not European soil. to avenge those European men and women who lost in the constant and never-ending wars of European history, who died for their lands, died for their people, only to have their lands given away to any foreigner scum that bothered to show up. Sterling said that's why Sweden doesn't go to war. Wow. To agitate political enemies, many of my people into action, to overextend their hand and experience eventual backlash. He said that twice. To show the effect of direct action, lighting a path forward for those who wish to follow, a path for those who wish to live free in their ancestors' lands from invaders' grasp, and to be a beacon for those who wish to create a lasting culture, to tell them they are not alone. Now you are alone, in jail, no pussy. You may not even have any children, dog. Now your life is gone. You can't create to your fertility rates. To create an atmosphere of fear and change in which drastic, powerful, and revolutionary action can occur. To add momentum to the pendulum swings of history. This nigga's moving with focus. Further destabilizing and polarizing Western society in order to eventually destroy the current nihilistic, hedonistic, individualistic insanity that has taken control of Western thought. More Donald Trump talking points next. To drive a wedge between NATO. Look at this. Look what he says next. He goes, to drive a wedge between the nations of NATO that are European and the Turks. And thereby turning NATO once more into a united European army, and pushing the Turks once back more to the true position of a foreign enemy force. Okay, so who are the Turks? So when right before slavery, you're right, because remember, 1492 is where the world changed. 1492 is essentially where the white man basically started really getting power, and where he really started doing his thing. Okay, so at this time, you know what I'm saying, around that time, Islam was the driving economic force in Africa, in Southern Europe. Probably in the Americas, South America as well. When we have the data, anyway. So there was the Moors, us, who claimed Islam on the West, which is, you know what I mean, West Africa, Spain, you dig, which is modern day Ghana, modern day Nigeria, modern day Mali. Also, we were, we also were in South America. Okay, many Moors over there. And then as we started getting into, and then our empire went all the way to Libya and all the way. Now when you start getting into the East, which is Egypt, Yemen, Turkey, right over there, those were the Turks. But we all were united under Islam. You know what I'm saying? So it's essentially, you know what I'm saying? So and these are the major wars that happened throughout history. Right. And so the Battle of Constantinople, which is Constantinople, was between, you know what I'm saying? These religious wars is between the Turks and the Europeans, you know what I'm saying? Or the Moors and the Christians. Now, let's see, because Turkey is an Islamic nation. I believe it's the only Islamic nation in, it's not Europe. It's near the Caucasus Mountains, though. Anyway, finally, to create conflict between the two ideologies within the United States on the ownership of firearms in order to further the social, cultural, and political racial divide in the United States. Wow, so he sees the uniting between religion and race. Many of us here don't. This conflict over the Second Amendment, he understands what's going on here in America as well. This is a very smart person. This conflict over the Second Amendment and the attempted removal of firearms rights will ultimately result in a civil war that would eventually balkanize the United States along political, cultural, and most importantly, racial lines. This balkanization of the United States will not result in the racial separation of the people within the United States, ensuring the future of the white race on the North American continent. but also ensuring death of the melting pot pipe dream. Wow. 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 Damn, man, I'm just kind of letting that one sink in, man. So he's tying the Second Amendment, firearms. So he's invoking a civil war in the United States, but he's tying the Civil War in the United States to other empires and peoples throughout the land. Throughout the earth. Furthermore, this balkanization will also reduce the United States' ability to project power globally. So he wants to end the United States' power. Wow. United States NATO forces fought besides Muslims and slaughtered Christian Europeans fighting to remove Islamic occupiers from Europe. Yo, man. What do you want? We must ensure the existence of our people and the future for so-called white children. Was there a particular event or reason you decided to commit a violent attack? There was a period of time 2 years prior back to the attack. Remember, he wrote this before the attack. The period of time was from the beginning of April 2017 to end of May 2017. This time period, a series of events broke down my own reserves, my reservations, my cynicism, and revealed the truth of the West's current situation. These events turned my thoughts from pursuing a democratic political solution to that of basically violence and death. I was traveling as a tourist in Western Europe. At the time, France, Spain, Portugal, and others. So he goes to our old hood. He starts going to Islamic, you know what I'm saying? The heart of our empire. He goes to Toledo, Cordova, Lisbon, Granada, Malaga. These are all Islamic lands, dog. Of course, our ancestors was like talking to this man. The first event begun the change was the terror attack in Stockholm. It was another seemingly attack that had been occurring on a regular basis throughout my adult life. The jaded cynicism which I have greeted the attacks didn't eventuate. As long as I can remember, the cynicism in the face of attacks on the West by Islamic invaders was suddenly no longer there. I can no longer breathe. Okay. The difference was Eba Uckerlund. Oh, he loved this little girl, huh? Walking to meet her mother. She was partially deaf. Okay, it makes your story like machismo. Okay, I can no longer ignore the attacks. They were on my people. Attacks on faith and now you understand that he very much may be so-called atheist, right? He may very well be so-called atheist, but he understands that his people are Christian. Right? Because with nationality comes creed, right? So when you think of, when you think of Romans, you think of Catholic. Not necessarily to say all of them were practicing Catholics, but that is the creed of your nation. Right? So the same way, we might be, we're Moors. Not all of us was, was Muslim, but that's the creed of our people, right? The second event was the 2017 French general election. The candidate was a sign of our times, a globalist, capitalist, egalitarian, and an ex-investment banker with no national beliefs other than the pursuit of profit. All right. The truth of the political situation in Europe was suddenly impossible to accept. He said, in the invasion of France by non-whites. You got to think of it. So he watches the World Cup soccer and he's seeing Pogba and all of these beautiful melanated brothers playing, right? And so, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? He watches European League soccer and he's seeing all of the, you know what I'm saying? All of the Moors, you know what I'm saying? Or who knows? He may go back and, you know what I'm saying, study the history and know that there was Moors all through Europe. No matter where I traveled, no matter how small rural the community I visited, invaders were there. I just said that. Right? No matter where I traveled, invaders were there. The French people were often in a minority themselves. And the French that were on the streets were often childless at Venice days, while the immigrants were young, energized, large families, and many children. I sat in a parking lot, my rental car, and watched stream of invaders walk through the shop. Man, jeez. I had seen enough, and in anger drove out of the town, refusing to stay any longer in the cursed place, and headed on to the next town. I wonder what spirit was inside this man, dude. That might have been a, you know what I mean? That might have been, who knows? Anyway, the invasion of France, the pessimism of the French people. Oh man, let me see. Mass cemeteries. Wooden crosses on the field. Crosses, sacrifice, bravery. He says, he's saying like, yo, man, well, like, why are these soldiers' deaths in vain? Not even a single shot. Why won't somebody do something? He said he see these soldiers who lost. Why won't somebody do something? Like he's fucking yelling. Why won't somebody do something? The spell broke. Why don't I do something? You know what he should have done? Like I said this before. What he should have done is, you know, impregnate as many women as white women and have, you know what I'm saying, have them white babies. Because at the end of the day, he said in the beginning, he needs to have 2.06 white children. He had none. So he actually hurt himself. It was there I decided to do something. It was there I decided to take action, to commit force, to commit violence. Who do you represent? Millions of Europeans and ethno-nationalist people who live in peace among their own people on their own lands. Are you a part of any political groups or movements? I am not a direct member of organization or groups. I donated to many nationalist groups. Wow. Did the groups you support promote your content? No. No group ordered my attack. Do these groups hold power? Who are the people in these groups? The total number of the people is in the millions. The total number of groups is in the thousands. People from every walk of life. Okay? White nationalists. Do you carry the attack out for fame? No. Yeah, you do. A little bit. Fame would be laughable after all those who can remember the names of the attackers of September 11th. I am not proud. Why did you target those people? They were an obvious, visible, and large group of invaders from a culture with higher fertility rates. Yo, this shit is fucking crazy to me, dude. Robust traditions that seek to occupy my people's lands ethnically replace my own people. So basically what he says is, basically, I'll just say this, like the black family irritated him, right? Obviously, these people weren't black, but let's just say that, right? Just like a black family with mom and dad and all these beautiful children, that right there was what radicalized him. He realized that is the threat against him. And now you begin to understand what racism is really about. It's not, oh, you know, they just don't like people and this and that. They feel inferior. That they feel that the way current things are going, that they will be annihilated. Genocide, right? How long did you plan this attack? 2 years. Why you choose this one? The best time to attack was yesterday. The next best time is today. Oh, I love that phrase. Oh, I love that phrase. Maybe not attack, but the best time to do something was yesterday. The next best time is today. Oof. The attack was planned to allow enough time to train, form a plan, settle my affairs, write down views, and then enact the attack. Why do you choose to use firearms? Okay. No, my nigga, I'll read that if he's not here. Okay. I could have chosen any weapons of means. A rental van, household flour, a method of dispersion, and an ignition source. A ball pen hammer and a wooden shield. Gas, fire, vehicular attacks, planes attacks are all available. But I chose a firearm for the effect that it would have on social discourse. And it was easier. Let's be honest, man. That's the reason why we gotta do something with these guns, man. The extra coverage the media would have given it. Yep, he's right about that. The U.S. is torn into many factions by its Second Amendment. And he said along state, social, and most importantly, racial lines. Wow, dog. This attempt and abolishment of rights by the left will result in a dramatic polarization of the people of the United States and eventually by fracturing the United States along cultural and racial lines. Okay, so now you understand what is at heart. Why do these Trumpsters, why do the Republicans, why do they hate liberals so much? They feel like the liberals are opening a way for their annihilation. They essentially feel like these people are traitors. And then you have stupid ass Negroes that run over to the Republican Party looking for acceptance and stuff like that. But the whole purpose is to get rid of you. You might as well stand with your people. Was there a reason why you attacked the mosque? Originally, the mosque was the main target, but after watching a video on Facebook named Otago Muslim Association, the video war entitled "Very Interesting Video Only for Muslims. Please do not redistribute," that proved their knowledge of their actions and their guilt. Now we're getting into Christianity versus Islam. But after visiting the mosque and church in Linwood and seeing the desegregation, I don't know that word, of the church that had been converted to a mosque, now you understand that it was like that the other way. You know that many mosques have turned into Catholic cathedrals and all that shit. Man, more invaders, foreign building, prior history of extremism, mosques, damn. Man, get to the Moors. I bet you he don't. A Muslim. Do you personally hate Muslims? Ooh. A Muslim man or woman living in their homelands? No. A Muslim man or woman choosing to invade our lands on our soil, replace our people? Yes, I dislike them. The only Muslim I truly hate is the convert from our own people who turn their backs on their heritage, turn their backs on their culture. Wow. Turn their backs on their tradition, became blood traitors of their own race. These I hate. Damn. Do you personally, man, dude, just think about that shit for a second. You guys, you understand that historically we're Muslims. I know you guys are like, no, I ain't no Muslim, nigga. No, but I'm talking historically we're Muslims. We start going back through history, you know what I mean? You'll find out your ancestors were, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So he's basically talking about our ancestors. And what's interesting is anyway, do you personally hate foreigners and other cultures? No. Everywhere I traveled, I was treated wonderfully. The very cultures of the world greeted me with warmth and compassion. I wish the different peoples of their world all the best, regardless of their ethnicity and all of that stuff. They can practice their own religion and their own nations. But if those same people seek to come to my hood, basically, replace my people, then it's cracking. That's basically what he's saying. Do you believe those you attacked were innocent? No. There are no innocents in an invasion. These are the words that the Republicans will use. Invasion. They're trying to summon a particular spirit, man. For all those who colonize their people and share guilt, do you commit the attacks, receive media coverage to propagate your own ideals? Do you intend to survive the attack? Yes. Was it racist in origin? Fertility rates are innately tied to race, so yes, there was a racial component to the attack. Was the attack xenophobic? Was it Islamic? Oh, here it is. Islamophobic. Islamic nations in particular have high birth rates, regardless of race or ethnicity. And there was an anti-Islamic motivation to the attacks, as well as a want for revenge against Islam for the 1,300 years of war and devastation has brought against our people of the West and other peoples of the world. What about all the light that we brought you guys? You know what I'm saying? Islam has actually brought tremendous amount of light and mathematics and science. When the Catholic Church made sure that European cannot grow into enlightenment of science, it was Islam that we was practicing science. We brought science to you. Oh, that's why you're anti-vax. Oh, y'all niggas is anti-science. We've always been pro-science. We've always been studying astrology and the animal kingdom and all that kind of shit. Ain't nothing new. Was the attack anti-immigration in origin? Okay. I'm just going to scan the rest to see if I see anything interesting. This episode here, man, one of the reasons why I made this is not necessarily for tonight. This is basically going to be, recorded, of course, you know what I'm saying, edited and sold, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are like sort of pieces that I'm going to be, selling on my website and stuff. So, you guys, thank you for, being here or whatever. If you survived, did you intend to go to trial? Are you racist? Yes, by definition. As I believe racial differences exist between peoples and they have a great impact on the way we shape our societies. I also believe fertility rates, God damn, how many times is he going to say fertility rates are a part of those racial differences, and that the immigrants in our land with high fertility must be forced out to ensure the existence of our race. So yes, I am a racist. Now remember, I told you guys in a book I had I think in Mexico in the 1500s, it was starting to become a lot of Africans in this particular town, and the European Christians also felt that it was being way too much, and that we were having way too many babies, and so the first thing they did was, they made sure that we couldn't protect ourselves. No, I am not afraid of Islam. Yes, predominantly an ethno-nationalist, he says. Are you a Nazi? He goes, no, actual Nazis don't exist. They haven't been a political or social force anywhere in the world for more than 60 years. Are you anti-Semite? No. A Jew living in Israel is no enemy of mine. Are you a neo-Nazi? That's a broad category, fuzzy at best. Are you a conservative? No. Conservatism is corporatism in disguise. Oh, he's right about that. Oh, look at this one. Are you Christian? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Are you Christian? What's his answer? He goes, that's complicated. I told you. Oh, this is this right here is a New Zealand mass murderer. He shot up Islamic mosque like 2 years ago. His name is Tarrant, Tarrant. This is his manifesto. Yo, I told you. Like inherently, he's probably atheist. You know what I mean? Most white people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, most white people are. But he understands that he's part of the Christian empire. You know what I'm saying? He understands he's part of the Christian empire. Are you fascist? Yes. Damn, he actually admits it. All right, anyway. Are you right wing? Depending on your definition. You left wing? Depending on your definition. Are you a socialist? Depending on your definition. Are you a supporter of Donald Trump? As a symbol of renewed white identity and common purpose, sure. As a policymaker and leader, dear God, no. Yo, me and this man have a lot in common, dog. I'm not even going to hold you. Think about that for a second. So all these so-called black people talking about, yeah, vote for Donald Trump. Look at who's voting for Donald Trump. You want to vote along the same lines as people that want to eliminate us? What's wrong with you? He goes, are you a supporter of Donald Trump? You guys, it don't have nothing to do with politics. He said, look, as a policymaker, fuck no, the nigga's retarded, right? Excuse my language. But look, as a symbol of white identity? Oh, for sure. That right there is telling right there. That's what Donald Trump is all about, y'all. That's what it's all about. He is a demigod running in political office. You know what I'm saying? He is a cultural spiritual figure. He is a spiritual figurehead. You know what I'm saying? That just decided to use the occupancy of the United States presidency. You know what I'm saying? The nigga ain't got no political identity. He don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Well, all he want to do is rile up the white supremacists. I don't even know why he even wants to be president, man. Well, obviously, he likes to make all the money and have all that power for his ego. But if he wanted to be the leader of the white supremacist, like, you know what I'm saying, movement, he don't need to be president. Nigga, you already got the platform. Nigga, go do your shit. He already started insurrection attack. The nigga's an antichrist. Now, think about that. So when I say antichrist, what I mean is this. The antichrist to me is an archetype. It's an archetype, so it's not necessarily one individual, right? An antichrist is a figure that will probably there always will be an antichrist living on earth at one particular time. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so, you know, so this is what I feel. I feel like there's been prophecy. That there has been, in Revelations, you have European prophecy who say, hey, we see the end of our Christian empire, and there is going to be somebody who represents the end of our empire. And that is an antichrist, because the Christian empire is their empire. So if you're anti-Christ, you're bringing the end of the Christian rule. You're bringing the end of the Christian empire. So this particular Christian empire, so there's going to be a figure, and Donald Trump, matter of fact, Farrakhan even said it. He goes, during the election, he was like, if America chooses Donald Trump, America is going to quicken itself, is going to quicken the destruction of itself. Are you supportive of Brexit? Are you a front national living in New Zealand? Aren't you an immigrant yourself? Ooh, that's a great question. He goes, yes. 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 By living in New Zealand, weren't you an immigrant yourself? Yes. And it seems we immigrants seem to bring a whole host of issues. So wait a minute, shouldn't the Australians get rid of you then? That's a question I just asked myself. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me just read it. By living in New Zealand, aren't you an immigrant yourself? Yes, and it seems we immigrants seem to bring a whole host of issues. Nah, not really. An Australian living in New Zealand is much the same as an Australian living in Bavaria. They aren't going to ethnically replace the people nor change the nation's culture. They are the same people. They are the same culture. Where did you receive your research? The internet, of course. Oh, Candace Owens. What? Is there a particular person that radicalized you the most? What does it say? Oh my God, look what it says. Oh my God. Does she even, does she acknowledge this? Does she acknowledge this? Candace. We have terrorists that you are radicalizing white terrorists against our own people. Yes, the person that has influenced me above all was Candace Owens. Each time she spoke, I was stunned by her insights and her own views that helped me push further and further in the belief that violence over meekness. Though I will have to disavow some of her beliefs, the extreme actions she calls for are too much, even for my taste. This nigga's a terrorist, and he said Candace Owens is too much for his taste. Wow. Spyro the Dragon 3 taught me ethno-nationalism. Yo, my nigga Marcus, are you there? Are you there? What is that? What is Spyro the Dragon 3? Like, you know everything. What is that? Spyro the Dragon 3 taught me ethno-nationalism. What the fuck? Fortnite trained me to be a killer. To floss on the corpse of my enemies. Jeez. When I was young, I was a communist, and then anarchist, finally libertarian, and then an eco-fascist. What do you consider white? So that's a great question. Those that are ethnically and culturally European. Non-white. Those who are not. You see, the line in the sand is just that. Came out on the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Thank you. You see, the line is right there. He didn't say India, Africa. He didn't. Listen, the lines is white versus non-white. So that's what they feel the war is, right? Did your family give you this stuff? No. Those were the typical Australians, apathetic for the most part, apolitical. Are you a leader? No. Partisan. Look at this. Check this shit out right here. Do you have any ties to partisan freedom fighters? I support those that take a stand. Luca Trainee. I don't know these people. I'm gonna study these people. Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof. Wow. I'm gonna copy. Damn. This shit is fucking crazy, dog. So yeah, I thought I was gonna have enough time to read both of them, but I'm not. But I got this Dylan Roof like on hold. So like, you know what I'm saying? If I have any like slow days in the news, we got that right there. I have read the writings of Dylan Roof. But look, he says, I only took true inspiration from this guy. What the fuck? Who is this guy, dude? Sheesh. Wow. Amazing. Amazing, dog. If convicted, do you expect to stay in prison? Yes, until I'm either killed, released, or enough time passes in a greater situation. Damn, dude. He sacrificed his whole life. Why do you believe you'll be released? I do not expect to be released, but I also expect eventual Nobel Peace Prize, as was awarded to the terrorist Nelson Mandela once his own people achieved victory and took power. He understands the worldwide conflict between Europeans and non-Europeans. He clearly understands this. Wow, do you care so much about Europe? Aren't you an Australian? Australia, just like the rest of the colonies of Europe, is simply an offshoot of the European people, a finger on the hand of the body of Europe. The origins of my language is European. My culture is European. Political beliefs are European. Philosophical beliefs are European. My identity is European. And most importantly, my blood is European. Wow. Ethno-nationalist, ethno-fascist. I'm a member of none. Who do you support? Those that have a future for white children. Sounds crazy. Are you Fed, Shield, Mossad agent, infiltrator, Antifa, Patsy? No. But the next person to attack could be. So a healthy skepticism is a good thing. What are your wishes? To ensure the existence of our people in the future for white children. What do you encourage us to do? Make your plans, training, form alliances, get equipped, then act. The time for meekness has long passed. The time for a political solution. We men of the West must be once more. Jeez. Wow, man. Is this your complete writings and views? Unfortunately not. There was a much larger work written, roughly 240 pages, that spoke on many issues and went into much depth. But in a moment of unbridled self-criticism, I deleted the entire work and he makes me want to write something myself. Detractors who oppose my beliefs. Jeez, man. Gun rights. Are you a bigot, racist? We already answered that. That he goes, the compliments will get you nowhere. B, that isn't a question. C, what the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know, I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs. I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al Qaeda. I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare. I am the top sniper in the entire United States Armed Forces. But I thought he was Australian. This is all cap. Now he's cursing and stuff, and this doesn't seem like him, right? This is off. You are nothing to me, just another target. I'll wipe you out and fuck you. The procession like this would never been on this earth. You're my fucking words. Mark my words. He doesn't even talk like this. I don't know, man. You're fucking dead, kid. It can be anywhere. I don't know. I'm off that one. Democracy is the only solution. Why are you committing to force? Wow. Anyway, there it is, man. There it is. What makes you believe that there are racial differences? Yeah, because some people say there's no such thing. He goes, research and data, haplogroups, phenotypes, and globalized testing. In time, the truth will be revealed. Because right now there is no race. Why do you blame immigrants and not the capitalists? I blame both. I plan to deal with both. Oh. Why attack Muslims? If all high fertility immigrants are the issue, historical, societal, and statistical reasons. They are the most despised group of so-called invaders in the West. Attacking them receives the greatest level of support. They are also the strongest group, high fertility and preference and a will to conquer. Remember when they enslaved us, Islam was the first thing they took from us. What about climate change? Isn't that being a bigger thing? Because they are the same issue. The environment is being destroyed by overpopulation. We Europeans are one of the groups that are not overpopulating the world, but you are killing the world. The invaders are the ones overpopulating the world. Kill the invaders, kill the overpopulation, and save the environment. God damn. Wow. Well, here's a good question. I'm going to end on this one. If you believe we need to correct the white birth rates, why didn't you start a family yourself? Because if we do not destroy the invaders first, our own birth rates will be nothing. We do not have the birth rates to fight them at their game, nor should we, as it ultimately destructive nature and culture. So I took matters into my own hands. See, right there, I don't know. Right there, he kind of left logic right there, though. He kind of left logic right there. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he's very sober, right? He's very logical. Like, you know what I'm saying? Although I disagree, he makes a lot of sense, right? There's some things that don't make sense. Like the whole idea of Australia as being like European lands, like, because you admitted you're an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? So, and he mentioned how like he's European, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, and then right here too, because he's saying the number one thing is the birth rates. He didn't say that's the number two thing, right? He said the number one thing is the birth rates. So make babies, get some pussy, right? Aren't you a monster for killing innocent children of invaders? Do not stay children. They become adults and reproduce, creating more invaders to replace your people. Damn. Section 1. Wow, man. Wow. I'll read this shit later, man. To the conservatives. Wow. This guy, man. Damn, dude. And then religion. Let me see. Conservatism is dead. Look, guys, I'm only on page 25 of 74 pages. I'm going to end here. To the Christians. Wow. Holy war. Wow. Let me just see who's talking to. Who's saying? To the Turks. Constantinople, I told you. Oh, man. Damn. All right, man. So I'm out of here, man. Man, listen, man. You gotta, man. Remember when young Dolph died? I think the number one prevailing thing was, you gotta respect your ops, right? You gotta respect your ops. So, you know what I mean? That's what this is, man. We getting into the mind of these people. And then you start better understanding, you know what I'm saying, what you know what I'm saying, racism is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, ooh. Yo, let me see. The rape of European women. Oh, man, but you see, because I barely ever hear about true history, about how we did absolutely, you know what I'm saying, sell off European women and all that kind of stuff. Sex child rings. Okay. Yeah, that's modern day. All right, man. Wow, dude. Diversity is weak. Man, diversity makes you strong, man. Radicalization of Western men. Oh, dude, this is getting better and better. I want to know about so-called black people. I would love to hear, like, is he making the relation that we are the Moors? And that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what? Hold on. Let me just put that. But, you know, let me see if he said the word Moors. I'm going to search. Moors. Nope. Let's see. Let me see if you say African. Africans. No mention of the word Africans as a whole. There it is. African. Europe for Europeans. Remember Marcus Garvey did Africa for Africans? There it is. Roman, African, Indian, Turks. Wow. Let me see. 1492. Did you mention 1492? Nope. Let's see. What else? Sudan? Nah. All right, guys. I am out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? For those who like to learn. Birth rates. Matter of fact, actually, you know what I'm saying? If anybody wants to call in, you can call in, actually. Without children, there is no future. I don't want to make this one-sided. If anybody has something to say, it's cool. Oh, man. What are NGOs? Non-genetic. I'm not sure what NGOs are. That's right. The future belongs to those who have the most children. Why is he so concerned about the future, though? Like, my nigga, just like go have children and enjoy this lifetime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Like honestly, like why is he so tied to the European living? Right? Like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that like? If it goes extinct, so what? There's more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, why do you care so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so concerned about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, why? Like, so what if it went extinct? So what? Like, aren't you a spirit? Like, you still will, you know what I mean? I don't get it, man. You know, I don't understand it. I don't understand why you dedicate your life to it so much. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, all right, man. Yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna record this one and get this one out, man. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe like I'm changing a lot of stuff up. So basically, I'm gonna start being like maybe every other day, and on caffeine every other day, and then I'm gonna be on other platforms every other day, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of thought pieces like this. Not necessarily I'm gonna do the news on caffeine and stuff like that, but I'm gonna do like thought pieces like this, because you know what I'm saying, I need to create content to sell on my website. So like I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, come up with stuff like this, you know. All right, guys, thank you so much. You guys be good, be straight. Let me say, baby boomers. Why, thank you. Oh my God, I have all of these comments on YouTube. Oh my God, I didn't even see these, man. I was just so, wow. Anyway, y'all be good, be safe, y'all, man. Have a good night, man. Peace. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up with y'all niggas, man? Oh, Virginia Tech? You guys come to the site, caffeine.tv/circle7 media. Replace the L with a 7. You did? All right, man. We good? Don't stop. We keep going. We don't stop. We keep going. Yeah, yeah. Don't stop, we keep going. Don't stop, we keep going. I'm gonna make some music. All right, let's see. All right, shout out to everybody on YouTube, man. You guys is great. You guys are great. What up, YouTube? YouTube, what's good, YouTube? Don't stop, we keep going. Oh damn, y'all can see that? My bad. So yeah, man, we had a that was a good little, you know what I'm saying? We talked to his name is Tarrant. You know what I'm saying? Dylan Roof, like those peoples, you know what I'm saying? We just read their manifesto. Killer Manifesto. I'm gonna change the title. This one was yeah, so there it is, caffeine.tv/circle7 media. Don't stop, we keep on. So yeah, man, that's me. You know what I mean? Shout out to you guys. Be good, be safe. Love y'all.